Yo, welcome back to the Feuding Bros show where we talk about everything football. It's been a couple of weeks, guys. It's been a couple of weeks. What you man saying?
Yeah, man, it's been it's been busy, man, trying to get back in, trying to follow the football, and yeah, trying to enjoy the holidays as well coming up. So yeah, Merry Christmas to you guys, and to everybody watching as well. And yeah, man, we're just enjoying getting back to it and talking about a weekend, a very packed weekend.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Holiday time, always busy, always things going on. So I haven't been able to find time, to make the reviews, but we have been watching the games. We have been trying to catch up. And yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Until the next time, which is going to be after the Christmas, after Boxing Day. We'll be able to kind of bring you another review for that as well. But for now, plenty to discuss. We've got to catch up on the last 2 weeks, so that's already a lot.
Yeah, plenty to discuss, and yeah, it's been kind of hard to get everybody together to get a podcast out. But we are here today, and let's get cracking, man. Let's get cracking. And guys, just before we get into the content right now, as usual, just like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, just all that jazz. Just leave us a comment. Let us know if you like what we're doing, what you would like us to talk about, and all that jazz. All right, let's get cracking. And I guess let's start. We got a lot to catch up on. And let's start with Man United. Right? Let's start with your beloved Man United, who came out of the blue last week. And it was last week. Or was it midweek? It was midweek, right?
It was last week. I think.
You know what? It was last week. And you know what? I think it was midweek. And, getting into that game, I had a feeling you guys would do something in that game. It was a combination of what? What did I think that? It was a combination of, when you guys came to the Emirates, although I was like, I didn't see that you did anything in that game, but we could see some of the little implementation that the coach was trying to do. But it's just in the air, you were just submerged by a better Arsenal team. But
better corner.
Whatever you want to say. I mean, it looks like you still can defend corners. It's not just an Arsenal thing. It looks like apparently.
Yeah.
You can see them corners left and right. It's not an Arsenal issue. It's a United issue, bro. It's a United issue. But yeah. Going into that game, I just had a feeling, it was gonna do something, and yeah, I mean that it was a bad game, to be honest, man. I mean, City scored, and then there was not much during the game, against City. It was kind of a boring game until like the last minutes of the game, where you guys started to turn up and decided to go at them, and it paid dividends.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly it. I mean, I was not expecting obviously it to be a good game. Obviously, we've seen how City has been poor. I had a feeling we would at least get a draw, and it would be like an even game. To get the win was so amazing, and the way we got the win as well. And the person that got the win,
I'm at star of the show, man. Star of the show.
Star of the show. Yeah, he's been a little glimmer of light this season that we've had. So
definitely,
no, it was amazing, but at the same time, it wasn't too shocking because City have been really, 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 really poor, very, very poor, and the downfall has been really shocking for them. And like you said, we had been showing even recently. I mean, we're gonna talk about this weekend's game, but even the game against Forest where we lost, against Arsenal where we lost. We have been at least playing okay-ish, starting to see the patterns a little bit.
I mean, just to catch up real quick, against Forest, I thought you guys should have won the game. I mean, that you dominated that game, and
exactly.
It's just, I mean, defensively. Well, just talk about defensively with United. I know you're missing a couple of players, right? But come on, I mean, you guys have to do better. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, who are we really missing? We're not missing nobody. That's it. That's the back line right there. That's.
I mean, for the last game, you were missing the lit, and I mean, Euro's back. Is he too young?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna throw him in. with how the season.
I mean, can he actually do any worse than Martinez right now? Because this guy is just off the boil, man.
That's a good point. This guy is so bad right now.
I think that's what's killing us right now. It's the back. The back is definitely killing us. If we were, struggling to score goals in some games and still not conceding, we would be in a much better position naturally. Yeah. So the problem is the defense. Even though for some magical reason, I don't know how, what's his name? Onana was best goalkeeper this last month and best clean sheets and whatnot. I don't even know how that works with this team. But the defense is a huge problem. We're conceding goals.
I mean, on that, Pickford has the same amount of clean sheets than Onana. So I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows? They went with Onana for some reason, trying to hype him up, and that didn't pay off. It didn't pay off at all because right after that, he started going crazy. I think he thought he But yeah, I mean, the defense is costing us.
Let me remind them who I am.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go back to the clownery. He did that. He did that in Europe. He did that again. That was I believe the previous game. I forgot exactly.
Yeah, I forgot what game it was, but yeah, he did something wild.
Yeah, when he did some blunders here and there. We're not sure with him. We had Bayern there in Europe actually, and he did some blunders too. So the whole back is just not coordinating the way we need to have it. And up front, we're not scoring enough goals. The midfield is where there's the most improvement. Under the system, we can see that we taking a little bit more control. We're moving the ball a little bit. We try to build. There's a little bit more of a pattern, but now, we're getting the pattern, but we're not getting the results, which is the other way around when we were with Ten Hag at some point. So that is something, again, when it comes to United, there is so much to talk about on and off the pitch. But essentially, what needs to be remembered is this is a huge work in progress. There was no way to expect Amorim to come here and then manager bounce and then miracle touch and then everything is just rolling right away. So, we can say another highlight of that. These players.
We can safely say that the manager bounce hasn't really taken off. But I mean, for me, I'm more worried about that fact than a manager comes in, you get that manager bounce, and then you just fall back exactly where you started. I think this has to be a little bit encouraging for you not to have that manager bounce because then it's obvious because that sometimes the manager bounce just is paper over the cracks, and here it's obvious where the problems are, and the guy's going to work on it. Like you said, you can see the patterns of play. You can see what Amorim wants to do. But the question I wanted to ask you two about this is is he getting into the Postecoglou kind of territory to know exactly that you have a set of players that cannot play that system, but you're still insisting in doing the same thing? That's kind of like what we're saying about Postecoglou right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's
no.
Go on, Freddie.
Bro, no. Let me just interject real quick, man. And Postecoglou has been long in the running, making this mess, and the problem, the complaint with Postecoglou is not even about necessarily the system per se. It's just at times you need to be able to read the room and know when you don't have to do this high line. The system is still the high line, but at times you kind of have to drop it off. Amorim is completely different. He's bringing something completely new to Old Trafford, with the back three, with the wing backs and all of that. So, if he goes back, then he's going to be just another Ten Hag. So he has no choice but to carry on with it until the end. Pretty much.
But I think to that point, just before we get Thierry in, I think to that point, what I'm trying to say is, like I said, we all see the type of football and the system that he's trying to apply to that team, right? But does he have the players to play that right now? That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the big question.
He doesn't have the players, obviously, for his system because it's just a complete change from the previous manager, and he hasn't had obviously.
So should he persevere with the system with the same players, or should he try to adapt with the players?
No, I think he should keep trying to play what he wants for now because he's been here for 6 weeks, So he has probably until the end of this season to try and play what he wants. Now, if we get in, let's say we're this time next season, and we're still struggling with the same issues, and we're still doing the same formation, and it's still not working. Then you can be like, oh, bro, you've had a year, you've seen that it doesn't work. Like, come on. But right now, I think it's in territory where it's like, I'm teaching them a new system. I'm teaching them something completely new. I'm teaching them something that they haven't played. For a lot of them, they haven't played before. So it's gonna take time. So now he still has that grace of it's gonna take time. We're gonna need to learn something new. So I think that's fine for now. I think with, like Freddie said, with Postecoglou, it's been 18 months now, and you've seen that this does not work consistently for you. It works at times, but consistently it does not work for you, and you're still doing it. And even after the press conference for the Liverpool game, he just goes saying, oh, people have been telling me to change for this. They don't understand why I don't change. This is the way I play. It's not going to change. Like, when you see things like that, you're like, bro, it's been 18 months. That's a long time.
Yeah, you're backing yourself into a corner.
Exactly. So I think that's
we'll get to Tottenham in a second. I mean, I know I raised the comparison with Postecoglou, but I think what I was saying is obviously it's not on the same. It's not going to be as scrutinized as Postecoglou is right now because he just got it, right? But I'm just saying, do you think that he should continue with his approach, knowing full well, and I think he admitted it himself, like in the last, sort of in between the lines, that he doesn't have the players for it. And if you don't have the players for it, then is there? I mean, maybe not a full change of what your approach is, but I mean, a few tweaks here and there, so that you don't fall into that category of being labeled as a one-trick pony, just like we know Postecoglou is.
But then if you do the opposite, then you label in the category of flip-flopping manager, or you're not true to
not
your
necessarily,
philosophy.
not necessarily, because like we said,
that's what Ten Hag got blamed for.
This is not the first year Ten Hag. This is his grace period. So right now you can try anything, and everybody's gonna say it's his first year, and he's trying stuff. I think that's what it is. And during that first year, since we all agree that this is his grace period, for me, I mean, I'm not saying that's what he should do. I'm just asking the question: is it something that maybe he needs to think about? Just because we're still halfway through the season.
He gave the answer. He gave the answer himself. He said in the previous interviews, the earlier interviews he's had, he said clearly, it was like, there's no point trying to adapt or change or whatever. Like, we're going to stick to this, because if we don't do that now, next year at this time, we'll be in the same position, struggling with the same issue. So in his mind, it's clear. He wants to stick with it. He's going to stick with it. And he's going to probably back himself and, have the backing of the club eventually to bring in the right players for the system.
I think it's a little bit premature.
That was this answer.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit premature on that. I think he should keep trying for now. I think obviously, like we said, if it's this time next year and we're still doing the same things, then the issue is more pertinent then. But right now, you're trying to teach them to play your system. Some of them might learn, some of them might adapt, and some won't. So it will give you a better idea when you get to the window. Oh, this guy, I feel like he can adapt, but this guy, I know for sure he cannot. So that's why I like that he's been trying everybody too. So at least we know, like, this guy can play and this guy cannot play for sure. Like, there's no ifs and buts and all that. You had your chances, you couldn't do it. Like, you're out, So we'll see how it goes.
I mean, this guy's been on a mission to try and revive dead players. Like, I mean, we've seen Anthony get in a lot of games. Even Ahmad, Ahmad was nowhere under, Ten Hag. Maguire has been getting a lot of minutes. Who else? Malacia. He found Malacia somewhere. I mean, this is. I mean, it's good in a sense, and I agree with you. You come with a philosophy, stick to it. And but the problem is, if the results don't come with that, how long do you persevere with it? Because the season is still long. The season is still long, and if you keep losing games like that, you find yourself eventually like in a relegation zone or near enough there, and then people are going to start saying, "I don't care if you've been here 6 months. Look at where we are," and that's just what I'm saying. But I mean, I like him. I like the way he talks. Like in his interviews, I like the way I mean, we've seen Postecoglou. I keep saying his name, but I'm just giving like a comparison. We've seen Postecoglou when he first came. He was like labeled the breath of fresh air. You know, everybody loved him at first, and then now we see his interview, how they switch, and he's like just the most miserable guy ever. And I hope it doesn't happen for this guy. It looks like he's got an idea, and he wants to implement that.
Yeah, but he's feeling it. He's feeling the mess that he came into. Now he's seeing for what it is, really. You know, the glamour of Old Trafford, of Manchester United from outside, and then being inside. So I know that experience is going to serve him well. As Thierry was saying, like the clear out is needed. It's been time. Like before Ten Hag, we needed a clear out. He brought in his people for his system that he never was able to own in on, and changed it and adapted. And at the end of the day, we didn't even know what it was supposed to be. So clearly, Amorim is trying to stray away from that and do the exact opposite. We're gonna see how it turns out, but we're gonna have to be patient. That's the call here for the fan base, at least for Manchester United, is that patience is the key, because we cannot just jump to the gun and be like, oh yeah, he's sticking to his system, that's wrong, or oh, he's adapting his system, that's wrong. Like you can lose in any, you can win in any way. We're putting managers in that situation when it's supposed to be the players that needs to be in that situation. And as Thierry said, once again, the good thing is that now they're all getting exposed. They're all playing. You're all going to play. We're all going to see if you're good or not. If you're not, then you better start packing, just like Rashford is doing right now.
No, but I mean, like, on what you said with the clearer, I'm probably one of the few, but I don't think we need that big a clearer, because I feel like we just come to this point. It's like, listen. I feel like we always come.
Hold on. Well, let's talk about that then. Let's talk about the clear out or not clear out. Since it's your team, both of you guys, right? Since you're saying, Thierry, that you don't need a clear out, and I assume, Freddie, you're saying that you need a massive clear out. So I'm just gonna, since Thierry, you're talking right now. What players do you think needs to clear out? What players do you think need to go right now? What players do you urgently need to get rid of right now?
I mean, like, just like to give like a bit of a context as well, because right, I mean, like, I'm sure Freddie, you've listened to, I don't know if Jan as well, you listen to like the United fan channels after the Bournemouth game. Everybody's like, everybody sucks, basically, like, just everybody sucks. The manager, the kitman, the cleaners.
Okay, no.
Everybody sucks. Like, get everybody out. Let's relax. Basically, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
Especially since, I think probably since Van Gaal, we get a manager. When things start going bad, we say it's the manager. We sack the manager. We get a new manager. When things start going bad, we say, oh, it's the players from the last manager. They were terrible. So that new manager gets new players, and we're still terrible. So now we say, oh, it's the manager, and we sack him, and we just keep going around in that cycle. I think this time we had a clear out on the Ten Hag. We already had a clear out. Like, there's no. And the players from Ole, there isn't that many left. Like, Rashford is a youth player. He's been there for years and years and years. Like, Maguire, that I can't really think of many others. Dalot.
And that's part of the clear out.
There's always going to be players that stay for a long time. Like, you can't just like get rid of everyone. There's always going to be players that we still have. Luke Shaw and Van Gaal bought him. You know, there's players that are going to stay for a long time. You know, that's just normal. I'm just saying, like, right now we've had a clear out. We still got a little bit of players that need to go. And there are some signings that we made that are not good enough. I understand. We need to get them out. There's no problem with that. But right now, I think we have 10, 12, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe probably 13 players right now that are good enough for this team to at least be in the top 6, top 4, top 6. Like, right now, we're not trying to win no titles. Like,
sure?
I could agree with that. To be top 6, to be above Tottenham.
Exactly. To be above Bournemouth, to be above Fulham, to be above Brighton. We have players good enough.
The thing is, the thing is, you could say that because you're looking at the paper, but like, what are those players? What have they achieved for the most part?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to get to. I don't think the players are not performing now, most of them, not because they're not good enough, because of the context of the club. We are a big club with a big name, and the team does not match the name. So there's so much pressure on these guys to perform to a certain level that they just cannot match right now. They just cannot do it.
And that's what I'm saying.
For that to change, we just need to go through this period where we are absolutely terrible. And we have a time where we string, then we're eventually going to get to a point where we might string like 2 seasons together where we're actually like good for 2 seasons. And then the whole atmosphere will change, because now you can go get anyone. You can go get anyone. They will perform at this level because that's what the club is right now. They'll all perform at this level.
Freddie, get into
it. I partially agree with that. What you're saying is that there's still going to need to be a clear out. There's still going to need to be one.
I'm not saying there's no need for a clear out.
Right.
But we're not going to go sack everybody.
It's not going to be the solution.
Single player. No.
Right. It's not going to be the one thing that changes everything. That's for sure. That's for sure. But in the past, things were put more so on the managers than the players. And right now, it is a good time to kind of change that tendency a little bit, you know. Yes, we did clear out a little bit. When Ten Hag came, he spent a lot of money. He got quite a few players, quite a few also on loan and stuff. But the quick thing I want to say is that, you know, especially that now we have a new manager with a new way of thinking, of playing the game. Now is the best time to have like a little bit of a clear out, especially the last deadwood that we have that we're carrying. Namely Shaw, Rashford, and Mason. That loan is to go.
Y'all want to get rid of Shaw,
it is gonna go, man.
You don't play. If you don't play, what's the point?
What's the point? You're gonna come play 2 games you have for the season. No way.
Yeah. That's a scam, bro.
That's a scam. Mount needs to go. Like, he's shown too many.
Wow. They just got there. Just got through the door. He ain't going nowhere.
Done, bro.
It's gonna they're just gonna have to run his contract down or something.
But I think he likes him. I think the manager likes Mount.
No, I like Mount.
He was very disappointed when he got injured the other day.
Yeah, it was really great in the system.
Mount is a 3-4-3 player. That's literally how he played, how he got good, or how we started knowing him, you know. But
he don't got the legs. You don't have the legs. So we need to get rid of all of these, at least these 5 that I just named. But then there's still people around them that needs to go. People that we're judging that they're not quite to the level yet. The Anthonys, you know, the some of them I will be a little bit more patient with, you know, the Xerxes and all of that. But when we say clear out, we're not talking about let's trash the whole team and start over. We just need to get rid of the ones that obviously needs to go. We don't even need to name them, and then make a few additions based on the new manager system. And I think that will be a clear out. That will constitute something new. We're not clearing out from the previous manager. We're clearing out from like 2 managers before him. That's the crazy part, you know. So
which is
all right. So this is what I'm going to do real quick, just to end the United talk. This is what I'm going to do real quick, and he's just going to tell me, is he staying or is he going? Just quick fire, and it's going to be. I'm just going to go through the squad real quick, and then you let me know who still needs to go. All right, first one, Onana.
Stay.
Bro, this
based on priorities, man. Based on priorities.
But based on priorities, I agree. Stay,
yeah.
Lindelof.
Go.
Big time.
Mazwari.
Stay.
The Ligt.
Stay.
Maguire.
Stay.
I would say
he's
stay.
A squad player. He's a squad player.
Stay.
Sandro Martinez.
Stay, but squad player. Yeah.
Malacia.
He's gonna have to. I don't say he's gotta go.
Yeah, he probably has to go.
Well, I'm not gonna say Euro because he just got here. Dalot.
Dalot gotta go.
You think Dalot gotta go?
Dalot gotta go. Let's make money while we can on this.
You guys are harsh on this guy. This guy's played like 50 games in like 6 months.
And he served us well. He served us well. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. Like, while we can still make money off of him.
Guys, quick fire. So, Freddie, you saying go? Thierry saying stay?
I think he gotta stay. I think he's a squad player.
Luke Shaw, I think you're both saying go, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Evans.
Are you serious?
Of course. Right.
Stay, right?
Yeah.
5-year contract. Mason Mount.
Go.
Yeah, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go.
Bruno.
Stay.
Bruno gotta go.
Bruno gotta go. Oh my God,
Bruno gotta go.
No, you guys have a Bruno agenda.
Bruno
You guys
gotta
have a
go.
Bruno agenda.
Wow, Bruno's got to go, man. You've heard it here first, man. Bruno's
You
got
gotta
to
change
go.
your team at some point. We've had Bruno for 8 years.
No, I don't think so.
Ericsson.
As I said,
That's crazy.
I don't think so.
Ericsson,
Who?
Gotta go.
Christian Eriksen,
Oh yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go.
Casemiro,
Yeah, he's going. He has to go.
Yeah.
Ugarte just got here. Kobe Maino.
Oh,
Stay.
stay.
All right, and then what about Rasmus?
I would say stay.
Stay. Yeah,
Yeah.
stay.
I think I know this one. Marcus Rashford.
Oh man, please.
Overdue.
First one
Kill.
out.
Overdue.
First one, driving to the airport, man. Please.
Zexy.
I'll give him more time. Stay,
Even though he's looking very poor.
He's poor.
It's been shocking, man.
He's been shocking.
He's looking poor.
I think I know this one. I'm at Diallo. I'm not gonna ask. Garnacho.
Stay.
Yeah, Nacho can stay.
Anthony.
He got it.
You're
Might
already
be a
know.
contract. All right. Well, I mean, it's not too much of a clear out. I think
It's
I
not
think
too
you
much.
got,
That's what I'm saying.
I think you got 6 or 7 outs over there. Just
Yeah.
give and take. And
And that's
I mean,
a big part of the squad. That's some
yeah,
key
that's a lot.
position.
Yeah, I only went through the so-called first team players, but yeah, I mean, yeah, just like you said, man. I mean, it's definitely a grace period for the manager, and it just needs to figure out what is got available. But I mean, is there anything that's coming in? Any rumors coming in for January for you guys? Is he looking at a couple players right now to kind of help him out? No, all right.
Maybe
I
no. We don't have money. Nobody has money this January. Apart from
I mean,
City.
Pogba will be available in March, so you might want to look into that as well. For a quick 3 months, man.
Big dogs. Oh my days. Pogba and Bruno in your midfield. That means you're taking 10, bro. Yeah.
I think it'll be perfect for that one of those 10 positions, man.
It wouldn't be bad, but nah.
Let's wrap it up there for United, man. I mean, we'll see again. Yeah, I mean, bad results in Bournemouth. I mean, just before we go, what happened there? 3-0 at home to Bournemouth. That's unheard of.
Same thing we talked about in the beginning of this video. Poor defending, poor in front of goals. If Ahmad doesn't turn up, nobody really does. You look at the goals; they are completely laughable. The first one, set piece. The second one is just laughable, like penalty and all of that. So, yeah, we got a whole lot of work to do.
I mean, Maguire with such a massive head, why is he not getting any defensive headers?
Dude, it was Xerxes on the guy. Xerxes was on the guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, those defenders, they cannot win everything. Like, you need some of these strikers to come and win headers too.
Yeah.
And both our strikers are like 6'2", 6'3", and they never head the ball. I've never seen them win a header. All of them.
Yeah.
Come
Terrible
on, man.
there.
But this is what happened the last 4-5 games. We create a lot. We have possession. For the most part. We're the better team for the most part. But if you don't finish your dinner, you're gonna get caught out. And our defense is just a joke right now. So, yeah.
Well, next game will be against Wolves. Prediction.
Tough game.
New manager bounce. That I don't know about this one. We'll see.
You don't think you can win that game? Wolves have been terrible as well, man. Come on, you have to beat Wolves.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. We lost against Ipswich, man. So, like, look.
Yeah. We don't share anymore about anything now.
Fair enough. Well, guys, you've seen it here. Very optimistic United fans here. Let us know what you think. If you're United fans, let us know in the comment what you think about what we just talked about today. Let us know what you think should happen with your club and how do you see the new manager and everything like that. I know it's early doors, but we want to hear from you guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, we'll leave you there. Peace out.
All right.